Pilot Ryan here. How hard is it truly to change the flaps and ailerons over on the EC 1500 right there? Not very hard at all. We're gonna show you right now. So this is the way the airplane comes by default. You have a big monster aileron and then a small section of flap. And I've got a trick for you to show you how to get this done easy. The book is gonna show that both of these panels go inboard and then out. But I've discovered if you just do one side, you don't have to do the other, which is actually quite beneficial when it comes to doing this job, because you're gonna see pretty soon how much struggle there is to actually move these forward, although it's doable. I've had a little better luck when I pry one of these just a little bit to start. I don't know if that's just me thinking it's helping, but I do like to just move it just a little bit, pry it just a little bit here. So first thing we're gonna do is take this joiner out, and then we're going to use the proper joiner for over here, and they have a numerical correspondence. So this will be 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and so on. So we're going to match the joiner up with that right there. It's going to be awesome. Best way to move these forward is actually use one of the joiners, because you get a hard edge, and whichever one's going to let you move it inboard is the one to go with. So hold it firmly the best you can, and see if you can't get one to go. Got one to go. So now we just simply get this up like this, and it's hard to see, but trust me, it says 1 right there, it says 1 right there, and then the joiner that's in there says 1 as well. But we don't need one in here anymore, so that's cool. Now the best part of this job is you don't have to take this side off. I think this is the best trick in the business, because the manual is going to show both sides, but all you got to do is just kind of carefully wiggle this out a little bit, and you can avoid doing the whole job on the joiner. So now I save myself all the trouble of cranking on that, and I can simply pull this joiner out this direction, and I'm done. And you can see 1 and 2, and it also says 1 right there on that plastic plate. It also says it on all over the place. It's very, very easy. So we don't need a joiner here anymore at all. So now we can put that piece back. Now we have individual ailerons. So now we have to do the same thing on this side. We just have to pry one of these loose. We've discovered the method where we don't have to undo both of these, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna do what I think is gonna be the easiest one. So we just gotta break one loose. It's kind of hard to do, so hold it firm, and if that one's not going, try the other one, because I just don't wanna break anything trying it. Straight edge is the best thing you can do to get these to move. And they're not painted gray, they are gray, so that's one thing good to note. Oh, that one was easy. So now we'll just lift this one up. Again, it's numeric, where this says 3, the plate says 3, and guess what? 3 is the joiner we need. So I love this. I love being able to share this kind of stuff with you guys, because it really does save you half the work and the trouble. So we're gonna simply slide this one in. We don't even have to take that one off. I think that's just killer. And then you get to a spot where this is gonna go for you. There you go, easy breezy. Right back in with the number 3. Now we have a full flap and just an individual aileron. By default, these two panels are together. I've showed you how to save half. So check it out. What's going on, everybody? RC Pilots Lounge, June 24th. We are doing it. Little bit of daylight still outside. We got 26 here in the room. We'll do a little roll call, and I'll tell you what we're going to get into tonight. So we are going to I got the EC 1500 fired up, plugged in. We're going to talk about a couple things, not like a problem, but uh, I want to talk about when you trim the yaw, how that affects the start and stop of the motors. And some of you guys remember, as you just saw the video where I did the flap mod, where I made big flaps, that changes the flap to elevator compensation mix. And I've yet to put out that video yet, but it's going to be really awesome. So if I can remember right, by default, it calls out for 16 numeric at half flap elevator compensation and like 25 on full. And when I changed it from the stock default to the larger flap, we thought that increasing the numbers was going to be what we wanted to do, but it ended up being we had to cut it in half. So we're going to find out. We're just going to take a look at it and see, in fact, which way do the elevator compensate with the flaps. So we're going to play with that, and we're going to play with this thrust differential for a minute as well after we do a roll call. And of course, we're going to be talking about the kick butt motorcycle dirt bike release from Losi as well. So links to all that stuff in the description, guys, as you know. And when you do go shopping online, don't forget to enable the cookies. If you go to the website and it asks you to accept cookies, if you want to support your influencer friends, you have to accept those cookies. That's 100% how influencer marketing works. So when you don't do that, and I know some of you don't, you're trying to support, but it doesn't actually work. So you have to allow those cookies. So got a hot coffee, got my throttle cut on. We've got EC 1500 live and ready to play with. Jeff says he always dials in flaps where he likes them. That's awesome. You know, you guys know me at this point where I really feel obligated to go with what the manual says, at least as a starting point for reference. I think it makes it easier for me to pass along the value to you guys when we're talking about things rather than just, go cowboy. Because really, at the end of the day, you guys are going to need to do what feels right for you in the first place. So let's do a little bit of roll call. Some new names in here. Great to see you. Don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff. We're all about having a good time with the hobby. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, like I'm all over the place. So when you don't see a full regular official video on YouTube, really about every day I'm posting on those other places. So don't miss out. RC Trends, what's going on? Hangar 51, Wild Bill, Jeff in Lower Alabama, David Snyder, Dan Zimmerman. I saw CVO in here. Hangar 51, Ken Bird, Rage RC. Francis Conti likes big flaps and he cannot lie. John Graham, Mike Bird, Boss. Francis, Simon Gower, how are you? Dad. Oh my gosh. Snow River. Yeah. If it wasn't about sharing, I don't need the manuals personally myself, but I feel like it's a lot of people actually do need the help. Lyndon Stewart, what's going on? The EC 1500 should be shipping pretty soon. Let me take a look. Ann Golden, what up? Ken Bird, I think I got everybody. If I didn't say your name, pop back in. Let's take a look at an ETA here at Horizon. Let's see. The date is the 24th. In 6 days, I'm going to be 13 years old. Can you believe it? Horizon. Let's go. Let's go. E-Flight brand. I did post up today or yesterday. The Beechcraft is like $50 lower than usual right now, which is a steal. That's a fantastic plane. If you like Golden Age, if you want a twin tail dragger style, definitely something to consider. Da, 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 da. And right now I'm going to try to find this thing. CVO says his will be here on Monday. And he's some of you guys are really great about telling me like, hey, I'm gonna get this, like hook me up, give me the link, and CVO did that exact very thing, and I appreciate that so much. And it didn't go through. And sometimes if you don't allow cookies on your desktop or on your phone or on the website when you land on it, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Let's see. So says back order right now, of course, but we'll see if we can get in here and see what an ETA is on this thing. I thought it should have been, if I remember right, I thought it was June. Snow says it says back order. It means they are now shipping, but sold all the pre-orders. Next shipment July, so right around the corner. So if you ordered one early on, you should be getting it soon. Says July. Paul, what's going on? Maiden is X-Fly T7A today. That thing is awesome. Brian Brissett, what's going on? John Graham. Brian Chambers. Nice. Kelly Klein. Oh, just got off the boat from a full afternoon. Fantastic. I got to get with you out on that boat one day, dude. Yeah, you can see the lights are on. There's that green. What's up, Eddie K? Yeah. Yeah, so first thing we're going to do is play around. I'm going to get out of the way and play around with the yaw trim on this EC 1500 and show you what I'm talking about with the thrust differential. So what this boils down to after all this discussion is that if you have to trim yaw, as soon as you land, you want to zero it out mechanically because you really do. The benefit of this counter rotating props thing on twins is that it's symmetrical thrust. You don't have that left-handed tendency working you. So that's the beauty of the twins, right? Well, you take that away if you're out of sync. So our advice is to pay attention if you got yaw on any of your twins and mechanically zero that out so you have the best behaving airplane. We've not talked about the Losi bike yet. I did a live stream about it though on Thursday, and I've been posting on social about it a lot. Cannot wait. We're getting a handful of them here at the shop, and I'm very much looking forward to getting my hands on it, without a doubt. And I put a link to it in the description. Anybody wants to check it out. If you're local to me, let's go. Let me know so I know how many to get. That thing is fantastic. I'll try to dig up a video here, and I'll play it here in a minute, and we can talk about that. But while I've got the EC 1500 fired up, plugged in and live, we're going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to do Jeff. Talk to me in Messenger or something. Did we already speak about it? Not sure. Did you see my Jeff? It depends what it is. I can't remember. We can talk and figure it out. Wild Bill on the motorcycle, dude broke one. Yeah, because he let everybody and their brother drive it. They sent it to the moon and landed upside down, and it was broke, but they still drove it the rest of the day. And I saw the brake. You could actually be a modeler and mend that brake yourself without even replacing that part, to be honest. But yeah, I did see that. Podium Power Sports. Howdy from Axial Fest. Raffles just ended. Did you win anything this time? Dude, I want to pull the Losi bike behind my SCX6 on a trailer. Yeah, but they broke the like I said, they let everybody drive it, everybody jump it. They were boar hogging it and landed upside down, right, Randy? Landed upside down and yeah, broke this kind of plate thing. But it didn't seem to impede it too much. So what we're going to do, we're just talking about this differential situation. I'm going to go ahead and trim myself a bunch of right rudder, and we're going to watch the differential. So we're going to watch the propellers as I start them up, and I'm getting out of the way. Nice, Snow River. That motorcycle, to me, it really is a dream come true. When I was a kid, I had the crank it up dirt bike, and it was awesome, but nothing like that new release. Kelly Klein, I need to put floats on this EC 1500. I banged it in pretty good and broke the servo on the nose steering, but I was asking for it. All right, so let's check this out. Me and my dad were talking about this the other day, partly due to Dad was checking out Jeff and Lower Alabama's video on the Beechcraft and noticed they were out of sync. And his issue was something else. But this is something to note. So I'm going to power it up and watch the props. They should start at different times. Look at that. You totally saw that, right? Now, I have an exorbitant amount of rudder trim, but let's go. Okay, rudder trim is zeroed out. So this is optimum radio setup trim, zeroed out. Now when I power them up, they are in sync. Likewise, when I get out of the power, they shut down at the same time. So I'm getting into the power fairly quick, and they're really right on. But again, let's experiment and crank it all the way over. Not even all the way, but just some. Now when I crank it, yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell. If you just go bonkers from the get-go, it's hard to tell, but you have less. So you're better off to zero these trims out. I'm going to go the other way. Yep. Same thing. Pretty cool. 0, 0. I like it. They start at the same time just like they're supposed to. Okay, that experiment is over with. Now, what I want to do is we're going to play with the flat to elevator, and I'm going to discern exactly which way it's going. Because I want to know. We'll do it like this where I think we can see it. You'll know when you turn hard right. So yeah, I that was a cool experiment I've been wanting to do. So when I deploy these flaps, and I've done the mod to make the flaps big. When you deploy the flaps, you get a down elevator flap compensation, as is expected on anything high wing. But the interesting thing to me is that when we were flying this stock, when the ailerons were huge, it was perfect on the stock call outs of 16 at half flaps and 25 at full. Well, my mix right now is flying perfect, and we cut it to 8 and 14. So it's flying better. So we're going to put down the flat mix, and this is the 14. And what I had done was, instead of going smaller on the numbers, because I thought I was going to need more compensation, I went bigger numbers. And that was just too much down. I was at 50, which was way too much down, but the stock was 25. And then wow. So it's interesting to me, because part of me felt like with the more flaps, I was going to need more compensation. But what you really need is less. After you hear yourself say it, it kind of makes sense. But until, until I really worked it out, I hadn't noticed that. So interesting. And it was something that you'll see in the video when I finally put this out, that you saw me figure this out. So I thought, because I had more flaps, that I was going to have more of a I wasn't thinking right. I thought because I had more flaps, I was going to have more of a nose down deal. So I was going to need more of a mix. But the thing is, with the mix, it's a down elevator. So interesting to me that I needed that it's less down deflection with the flaps like this. So maybe in essence, it is doing what I thought it was going to. You have mating crickets. You can hear them. I can't. So yeah, interesting, right? I'm still trying to work that out in my head. Literally, I'm gonna work that out again in my head. Yeah. It takes more down elevator on the stock configuration than it does when you go full flap regalia. So if you go full flap regalia, instead of 16 and 25, I went 8 and 14, and it was dialed in. Totally perfect. Something I wanted to talk about and look at myself and pass along to y'all. Any questions about that? We can talk about it, because I feel like I got my head wrapped around it at this point. Pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, Nate was texting me from Muncie, man. I wish I had time to make it today. We had the last T-ball game of the season, and I was the only coach in town. So yeah, I missed him, Jordan. I missed him, but he was sending me pictures of you and your boy. Um, so yeah, I wished I could have seen him. Has he? I don't know if he's left town or not yet, but I'd still like to see him. What's the name of that show that happened in Muncie today? I don't even feel like it got promoted very much. Yeah, with yeah, it's interesting. I'm still it's funny about the flapped elevator mix to me. Um cuz I really thought with more flaps I was going to need more down compensation, but I needed less axial fest. Did you go, Kelly? I didn't make it. I should have. I should have. I reliable transportation would be nice. If it was a low wing plane, it would have been opposite. Usually, yeah. But all planes really are different, but it is fairly typical that when you have a high wing plane and you dump the flaps, you need down elevator because the nose a lot of times just goes way up. And I thought it was going to go more up and that I would need more down elevator, but I didn't. So maybe the extra panel of flaps actually did kind of serve to put the nose down like I thought it might. Anyway, let's unbattery this. What the heck? Oh, it's oil. That looks cool in the panel lines. Real oil. Yep, real oil from my vice grips that hold open the back of my truck lid. That's what that is. Because you're like, why is there oil on the plane? Well, that's why. That's why. Interesting though. I really was excited to figure out what that was going on with that. And you saw it here, folks. You saw it here. You saw it here. Scottabot, what's up? As a general rule, the more flap you use, the greater amount of down elevator trim you need. That's what I thought too. Some aircraft pitch down on the flaps and need up elevator trim, though this is not the norm with full scale. I think it depends a lot on the wing configuration. What's up, Mike Kennedy? Writes us says flaps don't give lift, mostly they give drag. So the bigger surface, that's more drag and more downward force, therefore less down elevator for flight. That's what it ended up being for me. But I really thought it was going to be the other way. Kind of interesting. And I proved it out in the video with Brandon. I still got to edit it up. But there's a point where flaps can give you lift at a minimum deflection, but once you get to a certain point, it's really mostly drag. So there's a fine balance there. But this really is about kind of angle of attack as well, like what it does to the plane. And yeah, I feel like it really depends on the angle. CVO says, yeah, just, every plane is different. So you really have to pay attention um, which direction it's going. Nice, Rage. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Like, I mean, I think that's why we're here. It's like fun to notice these things and talk about them. It really is. Let's see. I missed a bunch from Jordan. Are you guys still in Muncie? Yeah, man. He was texting me too. I wanted to come. I wanted to come. We had a good time hanging out at RC Fest. He's a good guy, dude. Just got the big P38. What was it, the flight video, or was there a setup like a build? I don't think I did the build on that one. I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting though. It really was interesting. Oh yeah, the gear upgrade deal. Yeah. Brian, I keep missing Axial Fest. Uh I keep missing it. It was pretty hot today. Pretty hot today. So let's see what I can find here. I know some of y'all don't care, but that motorcycle's pretty sick, dude. Still got my video, Rage. Were there ads on it? I bet that thing's got a gazillion views at this point. It's almost like I should be doing this for a living or something. Crazy. So let's see. Present. Let's see if I can't find what I made here. Desktop. Let's check this out real quick. Losi has just released a new quarter scale, 17-inch tall dirt bike that is bad to the bone. Chain driven, some really cool tech inside. And here at RC Fun Park in Granger, we need to know how many of these to get. We know they're going to be super popular. And with that being said, we want to offer you, if you pre-order today, That's a good question, Jay Woody. I was wondering the same thing. I don't know, but I think I'm going to try. Probably no is what a lot of guys say. I think if the wheels were heavier, you might be able to get away with it, but they're not. So there's that. Oops. This is what I want. There you go. So yeah, Mike Bird says no, Jay Woody. That flywheel, yeah, that's the interesting thing. There's two motors, right? There's a motor that runs the sprocket, and then there's a motor that runs that flywheel that lives in between the guy's feet, basically. We'll do it again. Yeah, I took their video and smashed it up, put my own voiceover on it, changed the music, and I did a bunch of things with this. Well, the when I say between his feet, in the body of the bike is I think it's a pound uh spinning metal weight. Oh, Rick Hayes in the house. I can't believe they didn't get these to more influencers, man. I really think there was just a couple that ended up with it. But I mean, I have literally 3 dirt tracks at the shop, but Rick pre-ordered the red bike, Proline Supermoto wheel tire set, the aluminum swing arm, carbon side frames, gold wheel hubs. Can't wait. It's going to be so rad, dude. I keep saying dream come true, dude. I had the Evil Knievel crank it bike, and this is just bonkers, dude. And nothing had uh suspension like this does. This is literally the best radio controlled motorcycle dirt bike that the world has ever seen. 100%. We're gonna play it again. We are gonna play it again. Let's see. I will have to have one of them, says boss. Yeah, dude, the Evil Knievel bike for sure, Rick. I got a link right there in the description. Top link is to the dirt bike right there at Horizon. And if you're close to me or we're close friends, hit me up. I'll ship it. I need to know how many to get. I love that. I'm really glad they did a rider, because you have to have a rider on a motorcycle. You just have to. So, boss, there are two different packages. There's a 549 package and then a 599 package. The 599 package comes with the 2S battery and a charger. You already have a bunch of airplanes and batteries and chargers. So if I was you, you could just get the bike for 549 and get you um, a couple 2S packs, because you already have a charger. But I mean, it's not a bad deal to get a battery and a charger for what's the difference? $50? Not too bad. So, but I think if you're in a hurry to get the bike, you go with the ready to run that does not have the battery and charger. From what I understand, that's coming out uh, not first. In wheelie mode, will it flip backward? I haven't seen anyone do backflips with this thing. So part of me thinks no. But if it's able to be done, I will do it. I will do it. There will be folks who probably figure it out. But it may be too balanced with that flywheel in the middle like that. You just never know. You never know. You only have power to one wheel, so the gyro effects are a quarter of what they are on a four-wheel drive vehicle. And it's a smaller tire, less mass. And bashers don't have a gyro running in the middle like a spinning wheel. I'm really anxious to hold this thing, because I feel like there's a lot of lessons to be had talking about gyroscopic procession, which is one of the 4 things that make an airplane want to go left in the first place. So I think that's gonna be pretty fun to talk about. So, yep, one more time. Yeah, there's all kinds of modes. The battery goes, Randy, behind, like under the seat, from behind. Working disc brake. That's right. So cool, dude. Yeah, the bodies are like silicone and they go on and off really slick. Yep, battery goes in the rear underneath the rear fender. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am all about it, dude. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And if you don't mind picking it up all the time, you can take off those. I hate to say training wheels, but those deals on the side. Oh no. Kelly, 100%. You can see the balance of the rider change. Can I take this in the bathtub with me? Let's see. I've been really checking this bike out a lot. So, yeah, the body is like silicone, so it's flexible for the rider. I think if you didn't like how flexible he was, you could shoot him with some of that spray foam inside as long as you didn't overdo it. You know what I mean? But the driver's cool. I mean, and the cat's wearing clothes instead of like a painted on uniform. So scale, super legit. Suspension on the fork, suspension on the swing arm, the whole deal. 3 modes. I suppose you could take it in the bathtub with you if you wanted to. It takes a 5002S battery. And if you have a 5002S battery, now all of a sudden, all of the surface vehicles, a lot of them, except for the 6S stuff, you can run the Arma and Losi and a lot of the vehicles from Horizon if you have this, and the crawlers and stuff too. Wild Bill says, when are they coming out with the unicycle? As soon as I break the front wheel off of this one. The way the thing power wheelies out of a turn and digs in and stuff. I mean, come on, dude. Mike Bird's got posted a link here from Losi. Yeah, there's been a lot of deep dives on this thing. Snow River, I saw where the guy broke his already, and really to his credit, he let everybody drive it. I saw the video. Yeah, Randy, that'd be a great mode to have. So, I'm not mad that he broke it. You know, he let everybody drive it. They beat the crap out of it. They landed upside down. It broke, but they kept driving it. It didn't stop them. It didn't stop them. And that piece that broke, I really think a modeler could fix that as is. And it sounds like there's going to be aluminum bit for that anyway. So, excuse me, I'm not mad at him about that at all. Right, so this thing's going to be fun everywhere. Yeah, the 8 scale buggy track outside, the oval, the indoor buggy track. Dude, it's going to be just bonkers. Does it have some kind of controller on board to limit the height of the wheelies? Yeah, I mean, you have to think about this. It's kind of like AS3X and active vehicle control accelerometer technology to help limit angles built into the receiver. And on the remote control, it comes with the modes are right there. They're switchable, very easy to get into. Um, just cool. The wheelie, I don't know how it knows where to stop, but it does. But if it overdoes it, because I think there's a wild mode where you can overdo it, that would be the mode that you would try backflips in, by the way. But it has a it's kind of hinged, the body, but over the wheel, like the rear fender basically is kind of hinged. So if you overdo the wheelie, it's gonna fold out of the way. Adjustable skid plate under the fender. Is that what it is? I know there's a spring loaded fold out of the way deal. I didn't know that was adjustable under there. I know that those side supports are adjustable. I can't wait, y'all. And I think it's coming when? End of the month? Dude, let's look. Yeah, they let everybody jump it and land it bad. If it was just you, you would figure out how to land it pretty quick and then you wouldn't have so many. It looks like it's good to keep into the power. It from a guy on Losi I saw in one of the comments. He says it's easier to have the brake, getting off the power. It's easier to have the brake bring your nose down than it is to get into the gas to bring the nose up. So stay in the beans, and then if you need to adjust, let the brake do it. Is what that boils down to. Mike Bird says August, but you're like in London, right? What is it here? Flies a Max 51. You up in here somewhere, man? Kelly told me about you. And you've always been great showing up in the chat. We got to get together in RC, man. Looking forward to it. This has been coming for a while, Jay Woody. I mean, I only got to see it a day before y'all did, but I knew about it, but I had no idea it was going to be this awesome. But my hopes was that my expectation is that it would be, considering. I mean, Losi's a great brand to bring this one out. I mean, look at their monster trucks and their scale. They're super scale. Let's see. Dirt bike brands. Let's go Losi. Yeah, that side by side is totally sick. The laser nut, their buggies. I mean, so scale, all this stuff they have. Let's see, man. I'm just going to the main page. Did I get to drive it? No, but I've been studying it hard. I've been watching it a lot. Bobby got to drive one though today. The Proline guys were testing out tires at RC Fun Park in California. Yep, they were. Let's see. Jay Woody, it wouldn't surprise me. They have the technology now. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if they were working on a on-road pre-order. So it's not telling me when, is it? Let me look at my emails. Let me look at my emails. July for first batch. So cool, bro. Well, they probably sold out. So August makes sense, but like from the email I had and I made orders. I tell my rep how many I wanted before Thursday. But yeah, 2S only. Version 1 Super Baja Ray. Yeah, Brian. Those things are sick. Needed mods, Philip says on the old school Venom. Yeah, yeah. Pre-ordered yours already? August for him. Yeah. Snow River says pre-order next shipment July. Yeah, this thing is done. This to me feels like a real crossover potential and kind of like pop culture potential where folks who are not necessarily into RC are going to pay attention to this. Yeah, the green version with the battery was not going to be released as early as the other three, uh, according to my rep. The green with the battery and the charger was not the first stuff out the gate, pun completely intended. So I got me a handful of the first stuff, and then I've already sold a pre-order special order of green with the battery. The training wheels kill it. Yeah, you can take them off and you'll just have to go pick it up, but you can also adjust them as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a super fan of it, but I get it. I get it. But I want to take them off too. John Graham says y'all need to hit the like button. Rick Hayes, thanks for coming by. See you later, man. Can't wait to get one, and you're gonna have a ball with it. Evil Knievel for the win, dude. Thanks for coming by. Your helicopter was sick, dude. At the RC Fest, I got pretty good footage of it. Be looking for a big RC Fest video coming from me as soon as I get around to it. Awesome. Spencer, let me know, man, because yeah, I'll order more. They're gonna go. They are gonna move. And there's hunches I want to play more than I do. I got to be real frugal this time of year, but yeah, let me know, dude. Pre-order whatever, and we'll make it happen. 100%. 100%, man. I mean, look, I have so much fun with this stuff. I love this so much. I put myself in the game. So let's play. Good time. So look, a lot of guys have been getting B1s and stuff. Let's talk about it. How's it going? It looks like Spencer, I think he does have successful maidens under his belt on the B1. And it looks like, you have to be careful when you sweep the wings, but that makes sense. The race bikes are $549 or $599. Depends if you want the battery and charger or not. Yeah, it helps with cornering so you don't overdo it. But I also see it catch when you're cornering, and it's like, yeah, the wheels would keep you dug in a little bit. It just keeps you from going to fetch it a lot. And it keeps the driver in good shape and the handlebars. So yeah, US dollars, Lyndon, that's what it is. 549 or 599. I'm into it. I'm into it. Yeah, man. So a handful of guys are getting their mains and stuff. Our buddy Scott Settle got his maiden done on the B1. Says keep in the speed. Dennis Frost got a good video of a B1 today with Mount Rainier in the background. It was his second flight and he did a wing sweep with no problems. Nice. Paul says he's fixing his TLR Typhon. Saw Luke, Scott, and Garrett fly their B1s today. Let me tell you, they fly nice. Thanks for the super chat, Pops. Yeah, I bet they do fly nice. I bet they do. Boy, that was a good idea. Bring one of those to market, wasn't it? Nice. Hope everybody's having an awesome, successful time with them. A couple guys have put up crashes. Yeah, David. Good times. So yeah, so what do we do today? We talked about the differential thrust and the way your yaw trim does in fact affect it. We talked about the flap to elevator compensation. If you go big flaps, you're going to want less, which I found interesting and contrary to what my preconceived notion was. But nonetheless, it's the truth. And we proved it out in video that y'all haven't seen yet, but me and Brandon flew it after we did the flat mod, and it was interesting, very interesting. John Graham, any hints on the next 1.2? No, not that I couldn't say if I knew, and I don't know. And you know, you need a guy like Jason to pop in every now and then. You know what I mean? And give us some hints. What's up, Airvexed? Wild Bill, Carbon Z T28 ought to be back in stock any minute now. They tried to send me two, and I still have one at the shop, so I like turned down getting two of them at the shop. Let me see what it says. Man. Let's see. I was actually checking because like yesterday, because I was like, man, since they're sending them, offering to send them to me, that means they should be available for folks here soon. Yeah, Paul, no worries, man. I'm a big boy. It says July, Bill, but man, that's one of those things. If you want it, you should order it, or you're going to end up waiting again. I'll tell you one thing though. I got emails that y'all don't get. So let's see. There will be a date on this, like an estimated ship. So let me see. I'm guessing the first week of July, Bill. And that could be when they think it's going to arrive for me, if I let them send me my back orders, or if it was going to, it's either that's when it's going to arrive for me at the shop, or when they were going to ship it. But first week of July, dog, get it. You know what to do. Leave those, say yes to the cookies, y'all. Say yes to the cookies if you're buying online. Accept cookies if you're trying to help out. On your B2. Been there, done that. Cletus McFarland nailed it. B2 with floats. Nice slaps. Spencer's getting off the grass in that with that B1, man. Yeah. I got one at the shop, and it looks like you guys that are into the Carbon ZT28 should be paying attention to the website coming up. Coming up. Keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on it. So I'm sure there's going to be a Zoom link banging around here in a little bit. I think it's an hour in for me, and I'm about to dip. Y'all got any questions for me? FMS, y'all ought to bug them. You want to see grass hops on an FMS 70mm Viper? I'll put it in the grass. I'll put it in the grass. They had to send me everything they do. They used to. Used to. What's up, Greg Rowland? Do I have an upgrade landing gear for the 1600 P38? Nope, I don't. My upgraded landing gear is still on my P38. That's where it's going to stay. Motion should sell them, though, don't they? Saw your video where you install the link. Yeah, bringing extreme value to the community of RC enthusiasts. Yeah. That video's still working. How many of you guys didn't even know this channel was here? You can't tell the difference. There's some of y'all like that. If you're here, but you see me over there and you're not subbed to this one, sub to this channel. Sub to this channel. And Snow, I love you, man, but this guy, I can't stand him, dude. Yeah, I mean, they're so exclusive with everything. I mean, they're the place to look for. If you're looking for that landing gear set, you got to go to the source or RC Castle. But Motion should sell that. It's their deal. Yeah, I showed how to do it because it's a little bit tricky. I don't know if it's still just as tricky or not, but it's totally worth doing. I like that new paint on it, but it's kind of weird, man. It's like, what kind of relationship is that, right? I mean, it's obviously the E-Flight Viper with different paint, right? That's tough. That's a tough one. But I do have an affiliate with FMS, y'all. And you guys can get there right through pilotryanmedia.com. Just click the FMS logo and take you right there. It'll take you right there. Take you right there. Any more questions? Hour in. I was a little bit late. It's 10:15 my time. I'll probably hop in and see some of you guys in the Zoom after a while. It's been quite a week. Good time getting the sunroom buttoned up, taking my time, being a dad. You know it. Kids are home, summertime, sports. Had our last T-ball game today. Mike Upton, been listening along at work. I am subbed here. Where to see this B1? Oh my gosh. Mike Upton, you go to Banana Hobby and tell him Pilot Ryan sent you. That's where you go. Fred Barron, thanks so much. You just, Snow River, you know the points thing will be coming. If it's not 4 times points right now, it soon will be again. Right now on this first pre-order, you do get a 50% coupon off if you wanted street tires from Proline, which is pretty sweet. Fred Barron gets it. Check it out. Just pre-ordered 2 of the Pro Motos through my link. Man, you're the best. You're the best. I think those things are going to just be bonkers, dude. 17 inches tall. I mean, come on. You know what, y'all? We just gonna hit it before we quit it. Let's go. Let's watch this again. You must have just done it, Fred. You said okay to the cookies, didn't you? You got to accept those cookies or it doesn't work. It's crazy. I've had so many clicks over the last few days because this motorcycle, and like really no movement. It's crazy, but it's totally okay too. But I'll keep an eye on that, Fred. Thank you so much, man. This is so cool, bro. Like, I can't wait to get a camera on this thing. You know what I mean? And make some stuff. Just get it chain driven. I mean, come on. So cool. Ha. I'm over the moon with it. David Harrington, thank you so much. 4 times points. Yeah, man. I don't Snow. You know it'll come back. Let's see. Boss just got back from Texas. Yeah, quarter scale, 17 inches tall. I mean, come on. The blue one does look good. They all look good. Axel just got in from flying. Mike Upton, it does look super good. I mean, I can't help it. You know what? Let's actually listen to what I made. Let's see. This is what I was trying to figure out how many I needed. 17-inch tall dirt bike that is bad to the bone. Chain driven, some really cool tech inside. And here at RC Fun Park in Granger, we need to know how many of these to get. We know they're going to be super popular. And with that being said, we want to offer you, if you pre-order today, Thursday, or tomorrow, that's June 22nd or 23rd, we're going to give you $25 off of your purchase if you come in and prepay today or tomorrow. And that $25 offering is good for either package you get. Whether you get the ready to run with the battery and the charger, or if you just go bind it up ready to run style, we will offer you that. That way we know how many to get. We already have a handful of these coming to the shop, but we have a feeling these are going to be extremely popular, especially since these look like they're going to be awesome to run on all three of our tracks. So check it out. Come on into the shop, pre-order yours, save $25. Let us know if you're interested. What color do you want? Because we want to make sure we can accommodate you, the customer. Thanks so much for coming by. And boy, this Losi dirt bike is fantastic. Thanks so much. We'll see you at the shop. There it was. Shooting from the hip. Just getting it done. Changed the music, did a little bit of a voiceover, call it a promo. You know what I mean? And I, my short form's done okay on this, but it'd be better if I had my own, wouldn't it? Because I think you really could open up a whole new class of racing with this thing. I really do. I really do. Do the tires glue onto the rims? I'm not sure. I kind of don't think so because they're offering other tires. So it maybe they do, and then you have to buy rims for doing the new tires, but I'm not sure. I am not sure. Let's see. 1,000, 2.8. Yeah, that's not bad. Instagram, how did it do? They're glue on, Jeff? Let's see. Insta. Some of these algorithms are so stinking goofy sometimes. Like I literally pick the trending track and everything, and it's awesome and it's short, and then it doesn't get much at all, which is nuts. And then you got TikTok pushing 5,000. Interesting. Yeah, bent spokes, but they were sending that damn thing, Mike Bird. I mean, I saw that. I saw that. We'll see. It's a new segment, and they are already selling upgrades and such. So that's something to consider. Thanks, Jeff. I will totally check into it. I will totally check into it. I totally, totally will. Thanks, Fred. The street tires come mounted on wheels already. That makes sense. The off-road will be insane, but you could even run them on pavement. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they were testing out a bunch of wheels at California today. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at my stuff, trying to see things going through. Sometimes you got to log out and come back on, though, to get stuff to refresh. But it's been wild lately, man. I mean, I get a lot of clicks, but nothing's happening. 42 mile an hour. Yep, I saw that. Stock tires. Fred Barron, thank you. Yep, I saw that. Snow says they come. Yep, mounted on the wheels. I think they'd be a blast to walk. Everything is fun to race, but I mean, a motorcycle. My gosh, it shouldn't work. You know what I mean? It's like it shouldn't hardly even stay up. So the fact that it does is killer. Just killer. Somebody, Roy, is it Roy getting ready to maiden his tiger cat? Sick. Jeff, what plane are you say you about to get? Thanks, Spencer. Yeah, I'll wrap it up in a minute here. Um, yeah, Jeff, tell me what plane you're gonna get. I'm just curious. The FMS link worked amazing. I even talked to my guy the other day when I was at RC Fest. I was like, man, is something up? Am I doing something wrong? Because I don't know. Gotcha. Or the 1.5 P51. Are they doing a sale special on the P51 right now? Or am I seeing something different? They do have a little bit of money off on the Beach 18 right now. Roy, you probably, I'm sure you already saw my Tiger Cat video. I had a good time with it, man. We ripped it. EC 1500 or the 1.5 Mustang? Jeff, that is a tough call, bro. The 1.5 Mustang is hot. I really like it. But it'll put you on your toes. And I don't know if I would consider it a really great grass operator. Nothing off the P51. Dude, either way, killer planes. 3-minute warning. That's exactly it. The gyro, that flywheel, that's exactly how it works. But the interesting thing about that is gyroscopic precession, right? The outcome of the action is 90 degrees to the action. That's why they call it precession. So, like, you feel like when you holding this bike tire that's spinning, when you move it this way, you feel like it's gonna go that way. It goes this way, 90 degrees. 1 pound flywheel at 20,000 RPM. Somebody will pump it up to 30K and take off the training wheels, says Brissette. It's interesting to hear that thing wind up. Your Mustang do okay on grass, man? Mustangs are fun. It kind of depends where the battery's at. I remember the FMS 1400, 1450, as a matter of fact, Mustang, the 4S one, actually did really good on the grass because the battery was really down low in behind the engine. The Freewing Mustang, a little bit smaller, and the battery sat way up at the top in front of the canopy, instead of down in the belly. The same spot, but one was up and one was down. Made all the difference in the world. Jetman says he's got a 1.5 brand new in the box for $4. What good does that do me? The tire change out will help, Craig. Are you talking about the Mustang, bro? Sit on a spinning bar stool and see if the flywheel effect turns you. I bet it would, Brian. Mike Bird, take care. See you later. Boss runs his own grass, no problem. Well, cool. I still feel like the 1500 is a little better on grass than a Mustang is going to be. But the cool thing about grass, though, on a Mustang is you can look a lot better than maybe you really are, because the ground loop is tough on some of those. That's not a diss. That's just like better. I mean, I remember flying the FMS Mustangs a ton and feeling like I was really all right. And this was before Mike and I had a runway, and no problem with the ground loops really ever. And then I brought my Mustang to a field that had a runway, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta jack up my rudder. I gotta really pin the tail. I gotta really be on top of this to fight this ground loop," where on the grass, you didn't have to mess with it. So, something to consider, you know? Da, da, da. Philip says a lot of planes out of stock. Glad he got them when he could. Yeah, that is a good deal. Um, Low ballers. Yeah, dude. That's a good plane. I wish I didn't lose mine in the battle of the Falk Wolf and the Mustang, but at least it went down in a blaze of glory. You know what I mean? It does take some attention. I mean, even on the grass, but more so on the hard surface. That's why when I took mine back out, the shakedown, I showed you the truth, at least what my truth was, right? Where I mean, I banged it around a little bit. The landings were not good. Um, but then I took it out and got more familiar with it and owned it on stock tires at Winnemac and shot touch and goes for about half a mile. I never ended up making a video of it with the Robarts on it, but I did put Robarts on it. It was the Pilot Jerry mod where you use the stock rims and you put Robarts on there, and it was amazing. And uh, the more we talk about it, the more I want to get one again. But it's like, dude, I ended up giving those retracts to somebody else. So it's like I got to do the mod all over again. I'm like, bummer. I'm still waiting for him to send me a T28, man. Tail wheel needs a drag brake. Yeah. On the 1.2 Mustangs, I helped myself out quite a bit by slitting a hole in the mold flashing behind the tail wheel and shoving up 25 cents. Not going to lie. 1 or 2 quarters, and you will settle that tail down a lot. Because with the flaps, I tell you what, most of us guys that are pretty good at flying these things, I guarantee you we break more props on the 1.2 Mustang than about anything. And it's the angle of attack with the flaps in. That tail is so high, it's hard not to nose it over. That's the 1.2 I'm talking. Um, so a little bit of just a little bit of weight back there helps a lot. You got to think it doesn't have to be very much because it's out at the end of the fulcrum, so to say. What's up, Mountain RC? So yeah, I lied. I was supposed to be out of here 10 minutes ago. Mountain RC in the house. You came just in time for us to be splitting. But actually, Craig, I did it on a live stream one night. It's been a while, and I don't remember which one. There's 4 years plus worth of these. But yeah, it was Pilot Jerry's mod. And once he said that you could do that, I was like, awesome, because the stock hubs have ball bearings. Axel, yeah, it's probably the same link as always, Axel. Yes, sir. Jetman 2022. You gonna get you one of those motorcycles, man. Oh, dude, John Graham. No, no. P-47s are by far, I would say, the best, most well-behaved tail dragger warbird model you could fly. Um, and that's on the ground as well. That wide stance and the way the wing is basically a mid-wing design. So you've got that mass instead of like a T6 or even a Mustang, where if it wasn't for the scoop on the bottom of the Mustang, the wing is flat on the bottom of that fuse, right? But things like a Zero, a Falk Wolf, a Wildcat, a P-47, uh, Hellcat, Wildcat. I think I said Wildcat. The wings are like mid fuse, and that makes it even better. So wide landing gear stance, beautiful shaped wing, flies amazing, and behaves so good on the ground. Like the stance is so wide, you are not going to be like tipping it and scuffing wingtips on that thing. You want me to bring it in here real quick, man? I got it close. I'll show you what I mean. Jeff in Lower Alabama, the 1.1 P-47 was amazing as well. The 1.1, when it came out as the Snorton Bull, and it was the Park Zone version of the same E-Flight one you're talking about, made me feel like I was really good a long time ago before I was even. I'm everybody's learning still always, but like that plane flew so good, I thought I was pretty good. So I mean, it's a really good. It really probably is the best behaved warbird there is. Seriously, Jetman, so good. And like on the 1.5 scene, like the 1.5 Mustang is killer and the Falk Wolf is also, but like I'll fly the Falk Wolf like a high wing cub. It can be windy. I don't give a rip. I'll just let it. I will fly that in anything. And the Mustang, I kind of want the weather to be right, even though I can fly it in anything. But I really kind of had a level of respect for the Mustang that I didn't have for a fear that I didn't have on the Falk Wolf. And with the P-47, so good. No, I will want it more. No worries, John. I'm showing you anyway, dog. Beautiful plane. And actually, this is a plane that I really want to do the Robart mod on as well. And it should actually work because it's the same, not same size of wheels, but same style of hub and everything else. So one thing to note, like the wheels are, there's more distance between the wheels than there is from the wheel to the outboard of the wing. And I don't know if that means anything to you, but to me it does. It there is more distance between those wheels than there are to a wheel to the outboard section. Very, very wide landing gear stance makes it extremely well behaved on the ground. And then you can see the belly hanging down there. So this wing is not just a plank underneath this tube of a fuse. It's just really rooted extremely well. And I think it's what they call an elliptical shape. And they just fly so bloody good, dudes. And then the Razorback just looks killer. And I am also surprised it's the same paint as before. But I'm so glad to see these things come back. It doesn't ever bother me too much. But yeah, I think you could do a Robart mod probably on this thing too. It's a P-47 Thunderbolt that happens to be Razorback. It's a Thunderbolt and it's a Razorback. A P-47 Thunderbolt bubble top. It's still a Thunderbolt. But the Razorback, I just love the looks of them. Different shaped canopy, and you've got that iconic shape that goes from the canopy to the tail, which just looks killer. And what's nice too is the landing gear legs aren't super long, so the shorter the legs are, the tougher they are, the less stresses the equipment takes, and the more likely you are to not mess your stuff up. But yeah, I love this thing. The Oleos are just for looks, and so to maintain the doors and the scale fidelity, changing those tires is the best, cheapest mod you can do. Looking forward to flying this one some more. I need to try it on 3S. I don't know if I've ever done it on 3S. I think even when the last one came out, I went with 4S right away, probably. Can't remember. Yeah, the bombs are cool. You got bombs, external tanks, rocket tubes. I mean, this thing comes with the works. Yeah, I prefer the look of the Razorback personally. The bubble tops came later on in the war and was better for the pilots, apparently visibility wise. But I love the looks of a Razorback. Oh yeah, there's some serious dihedral Dan Zimmerman to really all the warbirds. But yeah, that one for sure. There's even some amulet thing artifact been dug up from way, way, way back before anything was ever flying in the air that was actually shaped very similar to a P-47. And it flies like it's magic. Yeah, Francis, nice. All right, I'm gonna wrap it, y'all. It's been great. Thanks for coming by. Remember to support the channel by commenting, hitting those thumbs up buttons, and when you do your shopping, consider going through one of us influencer people and make sure those cookies are on, because it doesn't work otherwise. I really appreciate it, y'all. Cool stuff, and you can know that if it's cool, you're going to hear about it here. We did a live stream on Thursday to discuss that motorbike, that dirt bike, even though I don't have one, because it's cool. And I cannot wait to get one. I know it's not an airplane, but we're going to fly it, aren't we? I accept all kinds of cookies, online and in my mouth. Real chocolate chips. Let's go. I don't pass up on cookies, y'all. All right. Appreciate it, y'all. We'll see you on the flip. Got some, I got an RC Fest video I got to get put together for y'all. It's been real easy not to do it, man. The kids are home from school and I'm working from home and on the house. It's been easy to not sit here and get it done, but I need to. It's hard to work from home when the kids are running around, to be honest. But we're making it happen. Living the dream. Oh yeah. Yeah, gotta do that cookie stuff. It's crazy. And I think that stuff may all change anyway. I mean, FTC is getting weird about that stuff, trackable data, like they're not watching everything already anyway. But I digress. So with that, I'm rolling. Thanks so much. Support the short form content as well, guys. Give it a like, share it if you think it's cool. Tag your friends in it. I'm everywhere, y'all. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, of course, is the main one. That's the deal. Appreciate y'all. Links to everything we talked about today in the description of this video, and you can get to there also all the brands we talk about on pilotrhinomedia.com, the website itself. Got an Amazon and all that going on there as well. Appreciate your support. Thanks for thinking of me. We're out of here in 5. Hanger rats forever. We'll 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We'll see you next time. Yeah. All right, Carlos. See you guys later. Jeff, if it's not tonight, talk to me during the week or something, man. Let's work it out. I'd like to trace this back and see if what we're on to. I'll probably see in the Zoom, but I don't want to dominate it with that kind of talk. So get with me, man. We'll work it out. Appreciate you guys. Bye now. Boom.